Alright, so everyone, welcome to the stream. Pretty much dedicating a whole session into seeing if I can figure out how to make food look like food. Along with a couple of details that still need to be ironed in as well. The goal, at least for the day, is to make this like ramen. So the good thing about most of this is that I do actually need to rearrange the layers a little bit, but the colors here, I'll also arrange pretty much the same way my line layers are. So what I think I can do is just shift this up. Ah. Well, we could just also bring this up. This isn't really a problem if I bring this up, right? This basically needs to be in front of everything. Definitely needs a color change, but with a setting like this, what I should be able to do is take the ramen color here, make a new layer. Probably need to do it just a couple of times, but we didn't take just like a fat pin, so probably a little bit less than probably about there. So we take this along with a border color that is most of the way this color. We should be able to just go do things like that's a problem. How do you do this? What is this part of? How am I just drawing straight on top of that? What? But that's not the color part. Am I drawing on top of the wall? No, I'm not drawing on top of the line. The problem is that I'm not drawing on top. I think I'm just gonna move some of this. What I think I actually need to do is I need to do it like. So what should happen is that if I do this a number of times, How does that? That effectively is doing what I needed to do. But as long as the individual layers don't overlap, we should be able to just go all over the place without it looking weird, because none of the noodles will just intersect into each other. As long as we cover as much of the plain color as possible. This will eventually look like a whole bundle of noodles. That looks surprisingly good. That's probably how to describe it. Okay, I think I can live with that. Alright, what do we want to move over to next? Um, um, Now the question is, how does coloring this work? How does coloring this work? Maybe I'll worry about that later. Let's just go. Blah, 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 blah. Where's the toppings? Let's see. Put this in a folder. Guy. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, how do I get this good old crust onto here? Not really crust it. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba bum. How do you do this? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum. Okay, 1, 2. Ba, 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 bum. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. La, ba, ba, I don't know what I'm doing. Ba, ba, ba. Hello there, how you doing? Just do a bit over here, do a bit there, do that around here, along the edge here, along this side, along this side. Hmm. Let's go like... how do I put a char on this? I need a... When you char meat, it's what? Golden brown. How do I get golden brown color? Okay, so I think there's a gauze brush somewhere. Ah, that's not it. This is cross-hatching. How's this work? No. Gauze cloud. How's this work? Hey, what is this doing? Wood lines. Wavy. You know what? There's a cloud brush here. Maybe a cloud brush will work. Ba, ba, ba. Add a little bit of texture to the whole thing. How do I feel like? Does that feel? Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. How do I want to do this? Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Let's see. Ba, 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 why is that blurring so aggressively? Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. How's that feel? Ba, 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 ba. Alright, Naruto. How does Naruto work? Alright, pink. Ba, 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 bum. How does that feel? Let's give it a little bit of a broth stain. Um. Hmm. Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, how do we do this? Ba, ba, ba. Not like that, and then we want to go. Ba, 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 ba. Hmm. Um. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Hmm. Hmm. Alright, so then we need to go. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Hmm. Um. Bup, bup. Uh. Um. Why is it a different color when they're both the same exact type? uh. Hmm. Um, ba, 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 um, hmm? Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, let's see. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ha, um. Ba, 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 let's see. Ba, 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 ba. Hmm. Um, um, okay, I'll go with that for now. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, how does that feel? Alright, where are we? Here. Blah, 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 bum. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 bum, ba, ba, bum. Alright, now how the hell do I deal with the Nori? Ba, 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 la, ba, ba. What do we want to do here? Alright, once again, we want to go with a brush here that will... Ba, 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 ba. Blah, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, la, bum. Okay, then we go 1, 2, prefer, select. I'll just have to work. Ba, 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 ba. Do I even want to try this? Can I keep it consistent all the way around? You know what? We can do this just by pulling it into the foreground and just avoiding a part of it. Yeah. How do I feel about that? Ain't great, but it'll work. Okay, the left and the right definitely aren't balanced. But, you know what? It doesn't look completely ridiculous, which is pretty good. Alright, so I'll go from here to... So from here to here... Then we go blend. We just go what? You do it again. Okay, try to blend. Okay, so with that, we then go over to where is it? You. Hum. Needs to be a brighter color. Okay, then we go over to... Where are we? Alright, we are looking for... Hmm. Alright, let's go with that. Then we go like this. We'll go here, we'll go not like that. Go like that. Okay, then we go like this. Bum, 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 bum. Mm. Alright, what else I want to miss of Alright, so now we go through to here. What do I want to do here? I want to... Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, then we want to go. Ba, 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 ba. How's that feel? Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Okay, then we want to go through here to here to here. We duplicate. Do that. Then we go merge. Then we go into here. Uh... Okay, we'll just set that like that for now. I haven't really thought about what to do about the background, so I think we'll just go about the background. Alright. I do have another thing pulled up, but let's take a bit of intermission break here. I'm gonna go get more water. Alright, how much time am I sitting on? Like 40 odd minutes before you shut up? Alright, let's take a bit of a break before moving on to the next thing. Bum, bum, bum. But since basically done with this week's thing, I do have like something already in consideration for next week. If anything else pops up that I would like to do a piece on. What are these? At least for now, at least I have a vague idea, maybe something to do. Along with the fact that I still need to make a whole bunch of things. The usual story, I'm just not getting around to all the stuff I need to do. I still don't know how I feel about the way I did Mika's Halo the one time, did a piece of her. Though, that was definitely one of the ones where I made a very big effort to squeeze the Halo out of the frame. She technically has one of the more 3D Halos. Here, that, click this. And that. Which there should be a banner for what the Ueology. Oh wait. I mean, usually they do a New Year's one, don't they? Just a matter if they're gonna do a New Year's one, because the thing they don't do is Valentine's, because there's always a was the anniversary during Valentine's. But they didn't do Christmas this year. It wasn't a Christmas banner. I don't think they've announced anything, even though honestly I feel like the how do you reach the announcements in this? The announcements in game for Archive seem honestly pretty limited. It's like usually it feels like it's already active by the time it's in the game's announcements. It's going till what, the 7th for the banner switches. Roha. This is what, there was that one event which was it some animation promotion that had was it Makoto and Iroha, not Iroha, and Ibuki in a dress, but I'm pretty sure in that same sequence, all those screenshots that I mean I think they're screenshots, I'm pretty sure Iroha was in her uniform. Depends what they do for the thing, right? Oh, you know, I don't look at any of that stuff. Or was it just the New Year's greeting? There was definitely the New Year's greeting that I did see. Well, I saw the thumbnail, but I didn't actually click into it. I don't believe that will be much, because it is very much like a formality, especially in Japan, for the New Year's greetings. Like it's a big deal over there. I wouldn't like take too much from that. But judging by the fact that it was it? I feel like the two, because it was what? It was Iroha and Ibuki, and then the other one was Nozomi and Hikari. I was like looking at that, I don't know, at least when I saw that, I was just like, this just looks more like they just put in New Year's greetings for popular characters that probably haven't had one in the past couple of years. I'll figure it out later. Okay, there's one thing I should be doing is I should go through and use up some of my books. And I should probably also libel some people that haven't libeled. Just blindly throw on without caring at all. I have no idea if you're good or not, but I'm just gonna throw some resources down. A lot of it also depends on who the anniversary is going to revolve around in a bit as well for the event. How many blue books do I have? Plenty. How many gold books do I have? Also plenty. What am I low on here? Blue books. Always blue books. 200 gold books. I use up all of my resources. What do I need for this? Yeah, fuck. Oh, don't have that many of these. Wasn't there a new tab in the shop that I just haven't looked at yet? What's this for? I want to look at notes. I want wild hunt. Only 10? Yikes. Read these as well. Goes up to you. Blue, what's this? Attack speed up. Am I looking at these things? Okishi dolls? The heck? Oh no, this is a cursed doll. The hair on this grows. Oh wait. How am I looking on these now? There's all my blue books there. Oh, I've actually got Trinity blue books for a change. Use those up. I can actually figure out what I need again. Okay, I'm nearly out of Trinity blue books. That's the last level you need blue ones, right? Level 6, yeah. How many Trinity books do I still have? Not many. How much credits do I still have? I feel like I'm burning a lot here. Okay, how many Millennium books do I have? Plenty. Out of the blue section into the gold section. I don't know how to keep thinking about it. Now, I feel like one of the things that's missing in this game at this point is the ability to craft the lower level books into the higher level ones. Or even like just cross-convert them in any way. Looking on books here. Alright, just burn through a whole bunch of resources. Okay, let's swap back over to... Alright, let's do stuff. Okay, so this is the model I was working on before. Redoing some of the art pieces because unfortunately some of the pieces just really don't work when they're all in one piece. So now I'm separating them and making them bigger. There's like a couple of problems with just this general part, which is because it's in a really visible position, it needs to be finely controlled to make it not look weird. Because right now the problem is that this looks really weird when it moves as a whole single piece, even with the under section swapped out. So the current problem is how to order this in a way that makes all the pieces sit correctly on top of each other is the main problem. Oh. bum. Hmm. Hum. I mean, Lego's made to like market to the current, was it lineal consumer age group, isn't it? With a whole bunch of nostalgia bait. Um, blah, 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 I have a few friends who collect Legos in some capacity. Oh, oh, that's not the right. Lasso, please. Hmm. I don't know how this is going to work, even after looking at it now. I mean, the main problem is just the fact that it's on the head. It really needs to function correctly. When it's in motion. And the main difficulty here is actually just how to layer the pieces in a way that it works. The fun bit is that I'm actually gonna like take all of this out and make a new set. Ba, 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 bum. Let me just grab my chair. Where's it going? Just gonna like name these a bit simpler. I don't have a good way of naming these because there's just too many of them. This is also one of the reasons I don't really like letting throws this aggressively. So naming them becomes impossible. That doesn't need to be visible right now. I don't know if that's gonna work. Yeah, think about whether there's actually a better way to deal with it. Alright, well, I don't really have anything else silly to click buttons in. Alright, I think we'll just finish up here then, because I'm just looking at this, I don't know how I feel about it. I have another think about that, but in terms of the piece for this week, I actually feel pretty good about it overall. I did mess with the contrast and saturation, all that stuff a little bit, so you can kind of see like there's this and then there's this without all of the color correction. I definitely feel like the contrast tool doesn't work very well with the way I color in particular. Which is like a slight problem at times, because the way I color is usually very saturated. I'm not particularly good at using shadows or fading things out a little bit more than how I usually have it. The thing I'm actually proudest of is probably going to be just the shape of the noodle ball here. I'm actually quite proud of how I managed that. You can clearly see that some of this looks a little weird with it just like ending. Okay, there's actually a mistake here where some of the noodles are overlapping incorrectly. Well, there's one mistake. It's not covered by anything else, so it's actually a little bit clear, but by using several layers of noodles, I was actually able to create this ball of stuff that's just actually sitting on top of a yellow ball. But either way, I have an idea of what I want to do next time. If it doesn't come around or I decide not to, then I still want to make the pieces for a asset animation that I would like to do, just to make my own little radio timer. Beyond that, so just gonna keep chugging along as usual. It's a new year, but in terms of the streams, nothing's really gonna change. You know, in terms of the New Year's resolutions that I'm making so that I don't have to keep them, making them a little bit less broad and easier to accomplish. One is really just to get the second channel started, which really just means I need to make a channel banner and a channel thumbnail, not a thumbnail, a profile picture. Because making another channel on YouTube is actually incredibly easy. Just like on my one Google account, I have 3 different channels attached to it on YouTube. So that's actually not that big of a deal. And then I need to actually get around to editing some videos. The video that I was trying to rush out that I didn't actually end up finishing before I was away during October, I am now in the process of rewriting the script. So it was in the process of being edited with all these animations being made for it. Now I'm back to scripting it. So, that's probably going to change it because I want to change the delivery and how it's mainly the delivery. Delivery after looking back at it after coming back and not being on like a time crunch. I'm not particularly a big fan of it, so that's another thing I'm looking into. Alright, so anyways, that will do it for today. Probably start, at least at the current stage, what I'm thinking will be an illustration week. Don't think it'll be anything else at the current stage, unless I want to be ambitious, but every time I've tried to be ambitious, it hasn't gone very well, so or at least the fact that I start going through a self-imposed time crunch. So probably be another illustration. So anyways, if you want to see more of the things I do, to be subscribed or following, depending on where you're watching from. Hopefully more videos will start rolling out, because I really need to start doing that to actually grow the channel. And if you're watching on the tubes, remember to leave a like, because that is the thing that actually helps the channel grow, along with comments, because YouTube really wants to see interaction of the channel. But either way, I'll see you all next